What's up? My name is Japneet Singh. I'm running for New York City Council here in the 28th Council District in Queens. Please come out June 22nd, early voting on June 12th till the 20th, and hope to have your support come this June. Let's make history. Why should you vote for me? We want to represent the community and the people that live in this community. And having someone that represents the community, that's from this community, that's been living in this community since the age of 8, I've seen the problems. I've seen what needs to get done. I've seen how left out our communities feel. So now we have an opportunity to have a seat on the table. That's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for every single community that lives in this district. And we want to make sure that we're the voices for you when you are busy at work, whether you're driving taxi or Uber or working a blue collar job like construction. I've done it. I've driven a cab myself. I've had a white collar job. I've seen how hard my dad worked. I also seen how the struggles of our youth. Now we want to bring that together and represent the community that lives here. I came here when I was only 1 year old. I'm from India, and then moved into New York City, and then I've been in South Overland Park since I've been 8. In my time at Queens College is when I got a chance to serve as student body president, and for not 1 but 2 years. So I was serving 20,000 students on the Queens College level, and then 500,000 students as a vice president of CUNY as well. So all those things, when I saw how certain decisions could impact a student's life, that was kind of like, wow, like, if you do public service the right way, you can have such an everlasting impact on someone's life. First of all, our community, South Asia, Indo-Caribbeans, don't feel like they're part of the process right now. They feel like they're left out, which is true, because I also feel that. So when you're running as a South Asian already, the first potential brown candidate to win a citywide election in New York City, you're already mobilizing a whole group and a community that never voted in the past. There's about 2,000 Sikhs that can vote in my district. Out of those 2,000, about 500 people voted in the last 5 years. So now, from just hearing, from canvassing, from going door to door, I know for a fact there'll be at least 1,500 more people that never voted in the last 5 years that are going to vote. When we're talking about Indo-Caribbeans, we come from the same place, right? So when we're going door to door, whether it's a Guyanese person, a Trinidadian person, we're seeing how optimistic they are as well. That's the shine in their eye, like, wow, like it's one of our own. Like, right. Those things matter. And now I feel like we're trying to bridge the communities together like this. We're working towards uniting every community that lives here so we can have the best of all worlds that make this district so beautiful. I've marched with Black Lives Matter. I've marched with the stuff going on in the Middle East. I've been at the forefront of the farmers' protests, all the stuff going on in India. So we've led all these movements, and we've seen the power of unity. When people, especially marginalized groups, come together, no one can stop us. We have 3 main pillars that we want to address. The first one is education, which is very, very important to me. I'm a proud product of a public school education, and chances of people that live in this community, their kids going to public schools, are very high. I graduated John Adams High School in 2012, and they started construction then. They used to do a nice, beautiful ceremony right in the front lawn. My class was the last class to have a graduation there, because they're doing construction. When things need to get done here, it keeps getting pushed. Also, since this past year has shown us how much we're going to rely on technology, we are also one of the most underfunded when it comes to technology for our kids. Second, infrastructure. Our road, there's potholes everywhere. They add stop signs, but they don't add the lines, just to indicate that it's a stop sign. They add that a year after. What does that lead to? More accidents, because no one knows there's a stop sign there. Speed bumps, the same thing. We have the Van Wyck Expressway in our district, and that's the only highway that leads into the JFK airport, the only international airport in New York City. There's memes and jokes being made about the Van Wyck Expressway because how bad of traffic it is on there. So we need to put more funding into these projects so our roads and our infrastructure is top of the notch. This is the most authentic food you'll find in the city. Yep. Anybody who tells me, oh, I want to have South Asian food or Indo-Caribbean food, come to Richmond Hill. That's it. So, or go to Jamaica, where you can have authentic Jamaican food or whatever the case may be. Number 3, government transparency. As we mentioned at the top of this, there's not many people that vote for city council elections. Why is that? Because people don't know what city council is. The city council, in the most general terms, is the Congress for New York City, essentially. You're making the laws, you're making the policies, you're making laws and basically the city council handles the day-to-day operation of the city. It passes the largest budget in the entire country. So you have so much jurisdiction over how it functions, the laws and policies that run it. where the money goes, how much money goes to education, how much money goes to law enforcement, all that stuff. You work hand in hand with the mayor to get all these things done. And since it's New York City, we want to also make sure that it's representing the communities that live here. There's no Sikh, there's no South Asian, matter of fact, that even has a seat on the table right now, and we can change that. And we have a really good golden opportunity this year to do that, and we hope to do that. So yeah.